we have three, the next three, 7.4, 7.5, and 7.6 are all concerning professional service agreements. The first one is a professional service with Enprotec, Hibbs Todd for engineering services. The second one is Norton Rose Fulbright for bond counsel services. And the third one is from Hilltop Securities as financial advisor for the city of Granbury on this major project that we have. Before I turn this over to Mr. Kaufman, I just want to say that if anybody in the audience, anybody that's watching, goes online and pulls up the presentations that each of these three groups have made, you're going to see probably some of the best presentations that you will ever see as an offering to as a professional service agreement. These are complete. They read well. They read easy. Although there's a lot in there. There's a lot in there that's going to be required to complete these projects. But it says to me real quickly that the people that do business with the city of Granbury recognize that they're doing business with a very high quality staff, and as a result, they provide, I believe, probably the best that they can to us to make sure that we get a chance to work together. These three presentations, I encourage you to go out and just read through them. You'll understand the quality of the individuals that are working with our city staff. Now, Mr. Kaufman, I'll turn it to you.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate the kind words, and I know our vendors appreciate that as well. I would like to say that normally these three items would be on consent agenda because as we do projects, this is kind of just an administrative hurdle that we have to jump through. But due to the size of this project, $100 million project, and receiving a grant for $57.8 million to go towards that, needs to be celebrated and needs to be explained to the public. So it's not like we just stand in line wanting to go borrow money to do things, but we've at least got an opportunity to address the emerging contaminants that have been discovered in water throughout the United States, and there's grant funding that's been made available through the Texas Water Development Board for this project. And so what this is the beginning steps to move forward to accept the grant award from the Water Development Board. Our next meeting will have a resolution that we're going to pass that says, hey, we accept your donation. But in order to do that, we needed to dot the I and cross the T and have these services in place prior to that coming our way. So appreciate our staff working with them and their staff to put this together to where we could get it on this meeting. This was not an easy task to get everybody wrangled in here and be on the agenda with the new posting requirements and our new deadlines and all the things that go into it. So I'm excited to be able to have it finalized tonight. The first one being the EHT, Hibbs Todd Engineering Services. I would like to also say that all these services will be paid for out of the grant funds. So they can begin going to work immediately, and the funds are there. The appropriated money will be there from the grant funds. So as they do the design of the plant, first they've got to get a permit. They lay it out how they want to build it. Then they submit it to Water Development Board for review, comments back and forth, and then we apply for the permit, and we get the permit, and then we get to award contracts to begin advertising for bids and award contracts to get the job. So completed. That's where we're at. This is the beginning stages of it. Like I say, it's all administrative. We've got to do these things to meet the federal guidelines and the state guidelines, and so that's the process we've gone through. And I'm proud that we went through the process and got it ready. We actually advertised for these last August, and so when we finally got the grant, this is the first grant that the Water Development Board has done this way, so we don't know what the rules are, and neither do they. So Mr. Kendall has been instrumental in what I call pushing the rope uphill and getting us across the finish line, because it's hard to get the information that we need whenever it's a brand new program for the agency that's administering it. So we've come a long way, and anyway, staff recommends approving this engineering services agreement with EHT, and I looked over the prices. It's very competitive. I feel like we're getting a great expertise. They designed our previous plant. This also will include an additional treatment process at our existing plant as well. I would like for Keith Kendall to come up and tell us about that additional process that's going to happen at our existing plant. I've never explained that to anybody. One of you. Got to make you earn your keep tonight by driving here. You know, you did drive here. We'd hate for you not to say something. So
we're just a few minutes up the road, a couple minutes. So
I know you are, but
so as part of the emerging contaminants, your reverse osmosis treatment system really does a good job in doing that. So with the new plant, that will be implemented just like it is at the existing water treatment plant. But as an extra step in there, we're looking at a granulated activated carbon filter, essentially as a final step to help reduce the emerging contaminants or the PFAS in the water. So that's really the only step that we'll be looking at doing at the existing plant.
thank you.
Just to add a little bit of what Chris said within it, it has been a challenge to get it through all this, but the team has been fantastic on that. Just to update a little bit of what Chris said, the meeting on the 16th, y'all will be adopting the resolution for the principal forgiveness agreement. That agreement will come to the city from the Texas Water Development Board for execution, and then we're scheduled to close on January the 21st. The other item to update you on is this is a $100 million project, so we had also put in what we call a project information form to get you on additional Water Development Board funding from the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund. Y'all were actually invited to do that. We got that this week for the invitation to apply for $50 million within it. So that will be the other part of the water treatment plant for the $100 million water treatment plant. The nice thing about this is that's also a subsidized interest rate. It's about 120 basis points less than what you find on the market. So for a 20-year loan using the Water Development Board's interest rates they have for market and drinking water SRF today, the city is going to save about $7.5 million in financing costs for the $50 million. So the timing on that is we submit that application in February. We probably will not be closing on funds, I think, until probably next August or September as we go through review of the application board. But we've got plenty of time for the other $50 million. We've got $57,800,000 to get through first before we'll need that $50 million. But I just wanted to update the council that you're very fortunate. There was another 396 applications, and you were ranked number 6 to get this $50 million for the drinking water SRF. So we were very fortunate to be in the intended use plan again for the 2026. So we're working with this group to do the application for that in addition to the principal forgiveness funding. Those executed contracts are the last step that we need to submit to the Water Development Board for them to proceed with the principal forgiveness agreement in the closing. And then last but not least, thank you so very much for the trust in our firm. There have been over 2 decades with the city, water treatment plant, a brand new wastewater treatment plant, a second wastewater treatment plant, and now another water treatment plant. We couldn't be more appreciative of the opportunities y'all have afforded us. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kaufman?
Happy to answer any questions if you have any, and if I don't know them, I'll get them from them.
So I'm going to do these one at a time because it's the details in here are different. Do I hear a motion to approve the professional services agreement with Enprotec, Hibbs Todd to perform engineering service, planning and design of a new water treatment facility and upgrades to the existing water treatment facility treatment plant, funded by the Texas Water Development Board Drinking Water State Revolving Fund Emerging Contaminants Principal Forgiveness Grant?
So moved.
Mr. Wadley makes a motion.
Second.
Mr. Overdeer makes a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Say nay. That will pass 6-0. Thank you, sir. 7.5 is consider approving the professional service agreement with Norton Rose Fulbright, U.S. LLP, to provide bond counsel services to the city of Granbury in connection with the issuance of various debt obligations, including loan, grant, or disadvantaged funding through the Texas Water Development Board. Mr. Kaufman.
Thank you, Mayor. We do have Bob Dransfield here with us tonight to answer any questions you may have. But as you've seen in your agenda packet, they've presented a well-rounded, articulated proposal, and staff recommends moving forward to engage them to provide these services.
Thank you. Council, questions? Did the representative from Norton Rose Fulbright, do you have any comments?
Wave at them.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. So I hear a motion to approve the professional service agreement with Norton Rose Fulbright USL LP to provide bond counsel services to the city of Granbury in connection with the issuance of various debt obligations, including loan, grant, or disadvantaged funding through the Texas Water Development Board.
So moved.
Mr. Oberdehr makes a motion.
Second.
Mr. Corrigan seconds. Any other discussion? Nope. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. I hear no nays. That will pass 6-0. Thank you. Mr. Kaufman.
The next one is to consider approving professional service agreement with Hilltop Securities, serve as financial advisor to the city of Granbury and provide financial assistance in connection with various debt obligations, including issuance of debt, loan, grant, or disadvantaged funding through the Texas Water Development Board. Hilltop has been our financial advisor as long as I've been here. I don't know how long, but and same thing with Norton Rose Fulbright as our legal bond counsel. They've done a great job through the years for us as well, and so staff recommends approving this agenda item as well and entering into this agreement.
Okay.
And John Martin, the representative, is here if you have any questions.
Questions? Anyone have questions of Mr. Martin? Yeah. Do I hear a motion to approve the professional service agreement with Hilltop Securities to serve as the financial advisor to the city of Granbury and provide financial assistance in connection with various debt obligations, including the issuance of debt, loan, grant, or disadvantaged funding through the Texas Water Development Board?
So moved.
Mr. Owen makes a motion.
Second.
Mr. Corrigan seconds. No other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. I hear no nays. That will pass 6-0. Okay.